Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Keeping It Real Conversation Show with your host, Camila, aka Sunshine. It is Thursday, December 8th, 2022. We are glad to be in the land of the living. It is awesome feeling to be alive. Again, we are live on the Facebook page. I just opened it up for everybody to join. We are live on the YouTube channel. What is the name of the show? Please like, share, and subscribe. We are live on Twitter as well as Twitch. We are live some everywhere. So find us. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please comment. Do all those wonderful things so we can get the audience up and ready for this wonderful conversation. Um, I normally have a bio from my guest, but this particular guest right here, I had to pull teeth, literally, to get what I got and to get him here. So, little story, um, and just a testament of why he's here. So, I'm always looking for guests on social media. And come to find out, my big brother, Main Event, aka Wally Dixon, was like, "Look, I got a cousin that I think you need to talk to. I think you need to have a conversation with him." And I was like, "Okay." So what happened was while I was looking on the recommendation of this man right here's page, somebody had posted about his daughter, and I read the flyer and immediately said, I need this young lady on my show. And so we had a conversation. Numbers was exchanged. I talked to him in regards to his daughter. And immediately I was like, okay, so you know that the original conversation was, it might have started off with your daughter, but you have a story to tell. And then it was he was rapping, he's doing all these wonderful things. I'm like, okay, yeah, you definitely got to come on the show. But what happened in the moments of me trying to get him on, it was about his daughter. It was about his daughter. Wait, I have, another relative that you need to be talking to him first. And so last week I had SOS OG on. And the conversation went very well with him, to the point of, um, who knows, the collaboration might come on down the line with him. I'm still having conversations about Savannah. And so, what I did not know when I was talking to SOS OG is Yusef Jackson, who I had on earlier this year. They're all related.
Yeah.
I had no clue, no idea. And so I get this inbox like, yo, you talking to my nephew? Like, wait, who? What? He's like, yeah, you talking to my nephew. And I'm like, wow. So the conversation that I wanted to first bring out is for those who don't know, this is Quadir Jackson. He is Savannah Jackson's dad, who we had on a week or so ago.
Yeah.
And he's also been my moment of motivation. Sometimes when we understand that we have some major things on our plate, sometimes you have a moment like, why me?
Facts.
What is going on? And he would always say, keep going, sis. Keep going, sis. You know, you're needed. Um, just take a breather and get back at it. And so I wanted to make sure that the world gets to see not only black men, positive black men, but also a man I put on here and he has dice and all of that on his flyer, that some things we just don't have a choice.
Yeah, it's a fact.
We, you know, the dice was rolled for us. Sometimes you get the snake eyes, sometimes that you crap out, sometimes you just got to keep on going. And even in the moments of uncertainty, he has still been doing his thing with the theme of I have no choice. I come from great stock, and I'm gonna make sure that my children are successful. My children have the best opportunities that is afforded to them, and I have to make sure that I'm present in their life. And so I wanted to. I don't have a bio, but I said enough of that part. But I do want people to understand that part of my mission is to always spread positivity in all ways that I can. Second of all, I always want to make sure that our race is represented in a positive light, especially our black men. Everything that we see on the news is stealing, killing, all this crazy stuff, and that's not always the case. So I wanted to make sure that in this moment, um, that every chance that I have, every guest that I have, I show that I we do know positive people. We do
That's a fact.
know positive black men who are doing well, not only in their own homes but in society. They're not all selling drugs. They're not all doing all this crazy stuff that they try to paint us to be. And so we're here tonight to talk about his journey
Yeah.
and where he came from, why is it important to be who he is now, and where he's going. So tonight, I want you guys to welcome Quadir Jackson to the show.
Hey, we here.
How
We
are
here.
you?
You doing well? How you doing yourself?
It's been a while. We've been talking about this conversation for a minute now.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I know. It took a lot, but we here.
But we here. So
Yeah, yeah.
as we always say, this is I'm not Wendy Williams. I'm not all of that. I am you are in good hands. The conversation is all positive, it's all a great vibe, it's all that the world needs to see with um just being present.
Yeah,
That means a lot.
that's a fact.
So let's go back to the beginning. The beginning of um when did you know, and he's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
So what was it about, or what did you see in life where you decided that I have to be the one to make a difference?
I mean, for me, it was more or less. I mean, I was put in a position to not have a choice but to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we grow up. The normal family is, mother, father in the household. This, then, yeah. I mean, you get the birthdays, the Christmases, the this, the that. For me, I was raised by more of my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? So my grandparents loved me and raised me as a child of theirs. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's nothing like having your own. So even my father, he loved me, you know what I'm saying? But he was young. He ain't really know to provision, to provide a lot. My mother, sure she had love, but she was young and she was 16, so she ain't really know how to love like that. So for me, I was put in a position to have to grind it out and just say, you know what, you gotta make a difference for you first, and then if you can make a difference for you, maybe you can make a difference for somebody else and spark something in somebody else to make them you know what I'm saying, be able to get through some of the trials and tribulations you went through. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It was like that for me. Like I had to want to grind out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll put you in a funk thinking about it so much, and you know what I mean. Not having.
So was your mom in the house with your grandparents, or you were
Nah,
they were separated?
nah. My mother was where she was. My father was more. He would come back and forth more because I was raised by my father's parents, so he would come back and forth more.
Okay.
But my mother, she was where she was. My father, he did what he did. And my grandmother raised me, Jeanette Jackson, BB. You know what I'm saying? She kept me. You know what I mean, kept me by the hip, and she always instilled that in me too, as well. You know what I'm saying? To you special. You know what I'm saying? You gotta grind it out. And she'll point certain things out. You see that? You can't move like that because you see what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? So it was always that. You know what I mean, it's nothing like your grandmother's love. I say.
Yes, absolutely. Um, what's good, nephew? Oh, that's Yusuf.
Yeah,
He's
yeah. Hey,
he's
yeah, what
talking to
up?
you.
What up? What up?
So that it in that dynamic right there is um unique in itself, because most of the time when they're young, it's always the babe goes with the mom in their family, and
Yeah,
in this case it was your dad's family that
yeah.
stepped up and took the plate for you.
The fact.
Again, that's a different dynamic. So again, when we have all of these different scenarios that play out, of course, as we said, or I put on here, that the dice sometimes is loaded,
Yeah,
and you don't know that it's gonna come out this way. But as we always say in the church world, somebody prayed for me and
fact.
had me on their mind and took the time to pray for me, right? So
Fact.
grandma took it upon herself, like, no, at the end of the day, he's still my seed. He's still part of us. And
Yeah,
therefore, I'm going to take on this responsibility, and I'm going to do my best as much as I can.
the fact.
And you also stated that it's nothing like a grandma's love, right?
Yeah,
Grandmas, they already probably raised their own children, but then when it comes to their grandchildren, it's like they put on an extra pair of love, or a different type of
yeah.
heart for their grandchildren or great grandchildren.
The fact.
So when you're raised in this type of atmosphere as a young male, what was something that you can remember having the lessons learned of yeah, you might want to stay away from them, you might want to stay from around the corner? What was those conversations like with your grandparents?
For me, it was like it's like this. Those lessons came from. Let me explain it to you more. I got four uncles, right? They like brothers. You know what I mean? Because I'm the oldest grandchild, so I came after Yusef that's on here. I came like right after him, so I was able to watch all four of them. You know what I'm saying? So it was I could go around the corner and watch whoever, but them around the corner I ain't really worried about them because whatever. But these four right here, they four boys, they four men. You know what I'm saying at this point. So I was able to watch them and through their successes and their mistakes, I was able to defer. All right, move this way, don't move that way. I could do that, but I'm gonna dial back a little bit so this don't happen. You feel me? So I got to learn from them and their successes and their mistakes, and then it kind of strengthened me with some of my mental, and plus with my grandmother always, you know what I mean, because those is her boys. She always connecting the dots for me, you know what I mean, within them. So I was able to, you know what I mean, like put it together that way, mesh it together, and just stay away from the certain things I could, and certain, I mean, but see, I feel like there's certain things you got to stay away from, and certain things you got to step in. You know what I mean? So it's like
So what was school life like for you?
school.
Yeah.
It's good, man. Played football. You know what I mean? I You know what I mean? Pretty popular. I had a good time, man. Grades pretty good. Graduated. You know, did a little bit of college. But me, man, I mean, school for me, I like school, but kind of was bored. I always felt like I wanted to see more. Wanted to like certain things I already kind of knew. So it was like, all right, what's next for me? You know what I
So
mean?
you wasn't so basically you wasn't really challenged.
And it was some things were challenging, but not really. You know, not really. I mean, it was. I mean, we go to school and they tell you, Christopher Columbus found America. You're like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? But when you know the truth, you're like, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? So it's like it was kind of boring to me when you know the truth of certain things, and you know what I mean? Like it's school. It's school. It's a program. So our
Yeah.
job is to get through this program so we can get to the next situation and the next task in life. You know what I mean? School was always
So
important because you need it, but it's a program.
so with I remember when I was talking to SOSOG and he said, we come from, and I think Yusef has said that most of the people in the family were talented when it came to sports.
Yeah.
So did you ever think that outside of, high school that you would actually play sports as a profession?
I mean, it's always as a child, that's always I want to go to the NBA, I want to go to the NFL. Me, I was more wanted to be a businessman. I wanted to, I mean, I wanted to own the record label. I wanted to do stuff like that. Like football, yeah.
Okay.
If I could have went to NFL, great. But I played it because I loved it. And that was it. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Far as that, I mean, I guess that's everybody aspirations or everybody goal as a child when you playing Pop Warner. Yeah, I want to go to NFL, but after high school, I more wanted to get involved in more business type stuff. I want the money.
Okay. So where did that come from?
Uh, I think that more came from just. Uh, I mean, I guess that came from seeing. I mean, that came from my uncles, my grandmother. My uncle Quadir, my godfather. He always did certain little business deals. My grandmother, she was always doing the books, and really, it kind of came. My grandmother took me to the bank when I was like 7, 8 years old, and it made me do my own bank account, sign my name, and start teaching me about stuff like that as a young kid. So this kind of always stuck with me, and I said, you know what? You gotta get the money first, man. Why take all the hits if you could just go for the you know what I mean? You could just go for the money.
Hmm. Which is I know when we were in school, we had the home ec, we had accounting, we had all of this stuff in high school to
Yeah,
prepare you for some type of career move.
yeah,
Um, home ec, of course, it was teaching you how to take care of the house, sewing, cooking, baking, things of that nature. And eventually, some of those things were taken away from the school. So if you
yeah,
didn't learn it at home, I don't know where you was gonna learn it at.
yeah. And a lot of things that they should be teaching in the school that's really gonna help you when you get out of school is not even part of the curriculum. So it's like, you know what I mean? They should teach you money management in school instead of teaching you 1 plus 1 and 2 plus 2. It should teach you how to balance your checkbook and get some credit and stuff like that. They don't teach those type of things in school. A lot of people come out of school, they be blind. So it was good that my grandmother took me
Yeah,
to
that's
that bank.
true.
She's good. She took me to that bank and showed me early. All right, look, man, put your money here, and look, this how much percentage you may be getting. So you might got to take your money out of here and put it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know,
So with the idea of saying eventually I want to, be an entrepreneur, I want to be into business. What was the music that you wanted to do that?
music.
Yes.
Shit. I mean, music always been here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where I couldn't tell you where that came from. I can remember a kid listening to Michael Jackson and just, you know what I mean? It's a different type of feeling. I feel like music I mean, if you love music, music could tell a tale about a lot of people's life. You know what I'm saying? You go song for song from a kid to when you got older with songs that touched your life. So it's like music always been. I could hear a hit and say, "Oh, you know that's a record." You know what I mean? I could hear a voice and say, "Oh yeah, that's a voice." You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't
So,
like
in your grandma's house, was music always being played?
yeah. I mean, you grandmother Sunday you clean up. You know what I mean? That record go on, that Motown record go on and it's on. You know what I'm saying? You get to work. So yeah, it's always happening. Always.
So with music, were you looking at the production of the music? Were you looking at, actually writing music, performing music, or was it all of it?
The whole thing. The whole thing. Writing, performing, production, the whole everything.
So what age did you know that you had some music?
Man, it's crazy, crazy story. I remember crazy. I can remember being in a long t-shirt. This out. I can't tell you what age, but it was so long that I could wear a t-shirt and it could go to my ankles. And I remember my uncle Yusef come with his camcorder and me and they doing little dances to Michael Jackson in the living room. You know what I'm saying? And like since then, and that had to be what 3, 4, maybe 5, 4 years old, 5 years old. You know what I mean? So it's always been music for me. Like music is something that it takes me when you upset, when you going through things. When I was going through them things and going through them feelings, that music is what I mean. It kept me okay. It kept me okay. You know what I mean? So
So what since you mentioned Michael a lot,
yeah.
what is a few of Michael music that you like, what songs that really did something for you?
Remember the time I could say I like Young Michael too. You know what I'm saying? I like Jackson 5 a lot. You know what I mean? So uh but what else? Remember the time is number one. I could say Dirty Diana was one of my joints. I can remember playing that over and over. Dirty Diana and last one. Dang, what's the one? The one he did with when he had Elvis' daughter in the video. The one with Elvis' daughter in the video. Can't think of the name. Remember he was going with Elvis' daughter for a while. They was together,
I'm trying to
and he had
remember.
yeah, Lisa Marie Presley. Him and Lisa Marie Presley in the video. I mean, I like for me, it's all Michael songs. Like it's Mike. You know what I'm saying? We go to the even the songs he made for Free Willy or you go to from Young Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Ben. You know what I'm
Being
saying? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like Mike is Mike.
Michael, Michael transcended music from being the young, um in a group to standing on his own, not only just proving to the world but proving to himself that he can always take it to another level.
Yeah,
um he was a person, when they talk about him, is he was learning the craft while everybody else was playing around. They mentioned
yeah,
that also about Beyonce. When they could take a break or vacation, she was always in the studio. She was always in a corner, just perfecting her craft. And
yeah,
so, again, sometimes we all have that vibration inside of us that pulls us and draws us into this world we call music. And for some of us, the creativity of music allows someone else to hear your heart or what's on your mind when the beat comes on or you're creating the beat,
Yeah.
or when the lyrics come in and you talking about therapy. I know
Yeah.
for me, and it's probably for you too, that music becomes therapy, not just something I'm writing or I'm singing, but
Yeah.
there's artists out here that in those moments when you're going through, like you said, Michael Jackson was the person who got you through those moments in life.
Yeah.
There were several ones that I remember I was going through a real bad emotional roller coaster at the time, and I was listening to Kim Burrell, the gospel artist,
Yeah.
and every song she sung was like, "Okay, come on out the streets. It's time to come home."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember listening to it over and over again, um, and deciding, okay, whatever I'm doing, that's it. It's time to come on off the streets
Yeah.
and get myself together. Same thing of writing music or hearing certain music that just, it either take you back to where you came from or is something to get you inspired to another level.
Yes.
Um, so in your moments of the music, is there one thing over another that you like the most? Do you like writing the music, performing the music, getting the music out? What part of it is
I think
I
I like the
guess
whole. I think me. I like the whole creation of it. I like the whole. I like writing. You know what I mean? I like writing. I like to go. I like to go in the studio, listen to it, hear the beats. I like to. I like to even like me. I'm not really the beat maker with the machine and all that, but I got guys that I send samples and yo, bro, I need you to, and then send it back, and then I let them know how I feel about it. So it's the co-creation of it. You know what I mean? Like I dig deep when it comes to music. So like I listen to Nina Simone. You know what I mean? I listen to Sade. I listen to Curtis Mayfield. You know what I'm saying? So I, I dig deep and I hear them little pockets where it's like, oh wow, that could be something right there if you work with that.
hmm
Yeah.
so I think is this your Quadir Jeffrey? Is that your dad or your
That's
uncle?
my uncle and my godfather, man. What up? What up?
He said he had a record label, design clothes out of high school.
But
He said you did that.
yeah, I had a little like 500 block, 7 flutter baby. Yeah, we did that. Fresh out of high school, did all that. And we did the whole. I made Black Panther jackets. You know what I'm saying? 500 block, 7 flutter baby Black Panther jackets. I did that for a while. Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
So, what other hidden talent do you have?
Oh man, I mean, right now I'm jumping into the tech world. You know what I'm saying with Job Pop. You know what I mean, Job Pop. I'm doing that. It's a basically uh it's a app and a website that connects people together to basically do any type of work you may need done. So I want to make it so people can anything you need done and as far as work, if you need an assistant, if you need a somebody to do your nails, if you need somebody to pick up something from you from the store, you're able to get that done in a matter of 1 minute to 45 minutes. You're able to get somebody to get that job done. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Hmm
Uber could get you a ride, I want to make it so anytime you need anything done in this world, you can get it done like that. You know what I'm
So
saying?
this is your baby, or are you just hooking up with
No,
somebody else?
it's me and I have a partner, but it's me and my partner. I'm a part owner.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. So I think Jobbbhopp.
yeah.
Hmm. Okay. I'll make sure and let me. I knew it was something else that you do.
Yeah, man. I try and put my hands in a couple of
I
things.
know they said that, the Jackson men are, you come from great stock.
Yeah, man. See, we had a good role model. My grandfather, man, he's a hardworking man. There's one thing he taught me, man. You gotta go out there and get it. You gotta go out there and work hard. He didn't say much, but you know what I mean. His authority was his authority. We knew he was there, and we knew he brought it in for us, no matter what. So that's the drive.
And like we said, to have the role models, to have um the previous generation connect together, to take the information, the wisdom that they instilled in us to give to the next generation. And unfortunately, um, a lot of, and I say this all the time, is it's a blessing to be raised by the village, and we need to go back to that. Because for one, you can't see everything all at one time. You always have somebody on the block watching when you don't even think they're watching. They
Facts.
know everything. Um, Even when, those moments where, of course, we grew up on, you better be in front of the house or on the porch when the street lights came on. Everybody looked out for each other. When your neighbor was short on butter or milk or laundry powder or whatever, you can go next door to borrow. Or we will all the parents will get together and they will carpool to go to the grocery store, or somebody's week to take all the kids to school and pick them up. It wasn't about being selfish. It was
Yeah.
about us all getting to one goal all together. It wasn't, it wasn't even the moments of jealousy, envy, none of that. We made sure that everybody ate. We made sure everybody had clothes, shoes, whatever.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we all need help.
Yeah. That's a
I
fact.
can't I can't do what I do without you,
Yeah. Vice versa.
or vice versa.
Yeah.
Again, this of heart of connecting is very important. As a society or as a race, we can't be crabs in a bucket at all. First of all, you aren't supposed to be there. But
Yeah.
at the end of
Crab
the
ain't supposed
day,
to be in no bucket.
not at all. So again, we have to get out of that type of mentality. We gotta help each other. If you have something that free exposure, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What?
Gotta get that right. Why not?
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
We don't know. This is the thing about technology. We don't know who's watching. We don't know who watched. We don't know who's searching for something like this. And then you get a call out of the blue and you like, well, I saw Quadir on and he was talking about this. And
Yeah.
I want to be interested in investing. Come on, hint, hints.
That's a fact.
You got to speak those things as though they were, right?
Yeah.
So I'm again excited to have you here for those moments of something I didn't know. All I knew is you supposed to be here.
Yeah. And I'm here.
So we know that you are very intelligent and have been and still is.
Yeah.
We know that we haven't been raised in the typical household, um, but yet we still was raised in love. Now, we knew that you said that you have had some time in college,
Yeah,
and as we always say, life happens.
yeah.
So when did the conversation of your baby come in,
Far as
Savannah?
far as which when, like when she was born.
Yeah, like were you just coming out of college? Were you on your own when Savannah?
Nah, I was about probably like 22. Yeah, some things, some situations that happened. You feel me? And keep it real, like it's crazy. My uncle Quad, he called it, man. He kind of told me some situations that happened. Yeah, he told me, he said, man, 9 out of 10 times after something like this happened, you know what I'm saying? People, they end up having the baby or get somebody pregnant. And he was right. Yeah, next thing you know, Savannah mother was pregnant. And history from there.
Mm.
It wasn't, but the conversation. I think I told my father first though, and then he told my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like,
So was that a nervous conversation, or was it like, oh man, I'm about to get the disappointed conversation from my grandma? What was that like?
man, at that point, I mean, I made my own money, so it's like, well, you better be, you know what I mean? You better handle your business, take care of your business. I mean, I'm sure they would wanted me to wait and establish maybe a little more before every parent does, but when you doing your own and making your own, what have and
Looking at
I'm,
yeah.
man, like what could somebody say? And I'm sure my grandmother would want to see my child. I'm happy I had my child when I did because she's not with us anymore. So maybe if I had waited too long, she wouldn't have been able to see or spend time with Savannah. You know what I'm saying? Because she spent time with Savannah more than like I have a son as well. She spent time with Savannah more than him. You know what I mean? You can't really remember her. She can. So it was a blessing and all.
So I know when I talked to Savannah, I didn't go into any depth questions about what happened with her mom. We just talked that she passed away.
Yeah.
Um, do you mind talking about her?
I mean, I speak a little bit. You know what I mean, a little bit about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
What about? What part?
Of her mom passing away.
I mean, but I had just seen her maybe 3 days before. I mean, crazy story. I think she was coming from a baby shower. We both were seeing other people at the moment. Uh, she walked in the house. She always dressed crazy. You know what I mean? Like nice, but she had her own little different way of dressing, but that came together. You know what I'm saying? So when
Mm-hmm.
she came in the house. I had Savannah for Christmas that Christmas. She came to pick her up. I had a whole bunch of bags of the stuff I bought, whatever. She walked in, she was dressed, but she had these bright yellow boots on. I'm like, man, what you got them yellow boots on for, man? Look, I said something. She was like, man, that's my style. She used to call me Slim. That's my style, Slim. I'm like, oh, all right, da da da. We laughed or whatever. Walks her outside. It was a funny smell outside that day. I don't know what it was. Smell like it was like a funny smell in the air. So jokingly, with I'm like, man, it smell like crack out here. She was like, oh, is that what it is? Like, and she's not like that. You know what I mean? That's what it is. I'm like, no, I'm just joking with you. Just joking. We laughed about it. She left. I didn't hear from her. Usually when they drive home, she'll call me like, yeah, I made it home. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I texted her, yo, what's up? You all right? Called her, no pickup, text her. Then she finally texted me back, like, yeah, I wasn't feeling well, so we stayed for an extra couple of days. She was still in New Jersey. They had to go like to Virginia or Maryland, because that's where they were living at the time. Uh she said she wasn't feeling well. Uh like, all right, man, make sure you feel hope you feel better. Make sure you hit me back when you get home. The next call I got from somebody was that, you know what I mean? She wasn't waking up. Made a call, found out what I found out. Yeah, I mean, little situation from there, but played it out and here now.
So it was unknown, like,
But this girl was a top basketball player. She was, you know what I mean, number one scorer in the county. She looked healthy to me, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you never know. That's why I say you never know, man. You never know when God gonna call, man, because shocking to me. Oh, like when I first found out, my first thought was just like I'm sitting in the car, just put my head on the steering wheel, like man, what the, you know what I mean? What I'm like, I know what I'm gonna do, but what I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Like I know what I gotta do, but what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna explain this to this little girl, and then have to, you know what I mean? That was my thought, you know what I mean? Because
yeah,
more than anything, how I'm gonna explain this to her, and then now I gotta navigate through this with her, and how she gonna react. You know what I'm saying? That was more my thing with it, but you know what I mean, tough situation with them breakers makers, and I know I still hear her. You know what I'm saying? I still listen to her when it's time to make certain decisions when involving our daughter. I still keep her, and you know what I mean, I still keep her involved. Christmases, she get a gift from her mother every year. You know what I'm saying? Or gifts from her mother every year. You know what I'm saying? So I still keep her close, man. She was a good soul.
mm, um, I'm still trying to, hmm, I couldn't um getting the news, especially unexpected. And in this season, I don't know what it is, but these seasons, when it comes to Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of these type of things, it's like unexpected death, right?
Yeah,
And with Savannah at the time being 3, right? When her
yeah.
mom passed away,
3 years old.
at this moment, you understand that she knows her mom. She knows her
Yeah,
mom's scent. She knows they have a relationship. She'll probably ask for her mom. And 3 years old, at one moment you're like, okay, I can go to mama's room. I can go, I'm sure they had a routine. And it's the unsaid said. Like at this moment, years later, I wouldn't have known what to say to you, right?
yeah,
And some things is like, God, please cover. God, please intervene. Please give him the right direction to raise a daughter.
yeah.
And I asked Savannah, and I ain't bring no tissue. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. It's not cry.
Uh, I asked Savannah because I kept telling her that she was a superhero.
Uh,
She was supernatural because at 3 years old, and for her to be even where she is now, she's always thinking about you.
yeah,
She says, I basically thank God that He gave me the talent of where I am now so I could take care and get to the WNBA or wherever I need to be so I could take care of my dad.
yeah. That's a fact.
And when we talk, it's me and my girl. It's me and my girl.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I think the most sucker punch to me is when Savannah said, I say, how do you feel um being in this situation without your mom? And she said, sometimes I need a woman.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I need a woman. And I'm like, wow.
That's a
But
fact.
yet and still, this moment in her life didn't stop her. If anything, it pushed her.
Mm-hmm. Good.
And a lot of people are inspired by you. This is another reason why I have you here. You could
Thank
have easily made other choices. Easily could have. You could have put her up for adoption. It could have been a whole nother way.
you. Yeah. But I ain't built like that. Like for me, I never was cut like that. A real man, like these guys, they walk around, they call themselves men, they call themselves gangsters, they call themselves alpha males. A real man gonna take care of his family. And that's what you do, hook or crook. We all like we have children with people, right? Like say somebody get you pregnant, and what's the first thing like they say to each other when you have a baby with them? Yeah, if anything ever happened to me, just promise me you take care of our child, right? And everybody say, I promise you, I promise you. I kept that promise. And you know what I'm saying? And that's my daughter. That's my daughter. That ain't nobody's daughter. You know what I'm saying? That's my daughter. I brought her here. I'm supposed to take care of her. And we take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? We a fist. And my son. You know what I'm saying? We all one fist. So that's how I look at it.
It's some shows I do well at. And then shows like this that pull at your heartstring
But
is I wish that I had the type of money that I'm gonna have
yeah.
so I could help you raise your children, give you money, do what needs to be done so you wouldn't stress, you wouldn't worry. It would be
Yeah.
hmm, there's not enough or enough the coverage, media coverage on people like you.
Thank you.
It just isn't. They'd rather tell the story of somebody getting raped or somebody dying or being robbed or whatever the case than a story like this.
That's a fact.
I know your heart. I've seen and I've talked and listened to your daughter's heart. Her heart isn't about her. Her heart is about you and her brother.
Yeah.
Even in a moment like this, we could all some people would have played victim. But even in Savannah, she like, no, I'm a lead.
Fact.
And you know what? She got that from you. And I told her that. So I'm gonna tell you just like I told her. You're supernatural and you're a superhero.
I appreciate it.
It's the truth. If don't nobody ever tell you thank you, thank you. Don't nobody ever tell you you're doing a good job. You're great at what you do.
Thank
So one thing that I do know for sure is people who have the heart of God, right? And they do what needs to be done. God always looks out for those who look out for him.
you. Facts.
So job how is that how you say it?
Job pop. Yeah.
And anything else that you put your hands to is going to be successful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you too as well. You doing
You
something
messing
great.
up my makeup.
You doing
Thanks a lot.
something great here yourself, man. So we gotta get it together because you do. It's greatness going on right here. Be the next Oprah.
um, some things we just don't know. We don't know. We didn't know. You know, a lot of people don't know how I started this. It was during the pandemic, and I had a heart to ask people or make sure that they wasn't depressed because
Yeah,
the suicide rate was high and people felt like no one cared,
yeah.
especially when we was in the moments that we couldn't come outside.
Facts.
So I said, well, we're going to get on Facebook Live and I'm going to start asking people questions. And I want them to understand that I care about you
Yeah,
because tomorrow's not promised. Neither is today.
that's a fact.
So from there, it was people would inbox me. I didn't know that about your cousin. I didn't know about that. I didn't know this and I didn't know that. And it just grew. It became a thing of, I want to know about my neighbor.
Yeah,
I want to meet another human being.
that's,
It's
that's
so many people in this world suffering in silence because they feel like don't nobody care about them.
yeah.
I want you to understand you are not by yourself. You have a whole village of people, and more people are going to know, especially if I have something to do with it.
That's right.
You are truly messing up my makeup, and I don't like
I'm trying to smile, man. Get you out of that.
it. It's not
Yeah,
working.
man.
It's not
Yeah.
working.
All right.
But it's the truth. I want you to understand you're not by yourself. And sometimes I know it might feel like it's overbearing, it's overwhelming, it's a lot because now I have to not only take care of myself, but I got two other ones.
Yeah. It's not about
A
me no more.
dog and sound like you got a fish tank.
Yeah, oh yeah, man. I got the fish. We got turtles. We got a dog. The zoo in here. Word.
So again, wow, jeez, it's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, to hear, to see, because some people, I know for my when my dad, even though my dad was a kidney patient for 18 years, I
Mm-hmm.
was, I knew eventually, but Superman had beat death several times.
Mm-hmm.
And when that last call came and he didn't wake up,
Yeah.
I still was like, even through the glass with the tube in his mouth and everything, I'm like, Dad, get up.
Yeah.
This ain't it. And even though we knew eventually it was going to come, you're never prepared for death.
Never.
So for her to go unexpectedly, that's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah. Breaks your heart. Breaks your heart, man. Don't
Man,
nobody. You don't know that feeling until you go through that. And I mean, you could tell somebody. Somebody could say, "Oh, I feel your pain," but you don't know that feeling till it's you.
even in the moments years later, you still have those moments like, man, Dad, I wish you was still here.
Oh yeah, facts.
I got some stuff I want to tell you. I need your advice on something.
Yeah,
Because my dad was my biggest cheerleader.
facts.
So I can't imagine, even for Savannah, those moments when the world says your mom's supposed to be here.
Yeah.
You ain't got to the menstrual cycle part yet.
Oh, we there.
Oh
We there.
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. She take me through it, but it's just
Woo!
it's another obstacle. You know what I'm saying? It's another obstacle.
My goodness.
She take me through it. Trust me. Just another fight.
So okay, let's go there. Oh my
Yeah.
God. So how how was whoa, welcome, brother. Welcome. Wally Dixon is in the house.
Yeah, my guy, man. That's my Michael Jordan right there.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
super. Um, so what was that conversation with Savannah and you saying, oh, the cycle of life is happening?
Call your aunties. You know what I'm saying? Like, call, yeah, like for me, it's, it's like that. It's like, yeah, I mean, I couldn't, yeah, I couldn't tell you 100% what to do. I could Google it, but you gotta have your aunties teach you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been and took her to the hospital. I don't know what's going on down there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta call
Who's gonna
auntie,
take the
call out
child to the
Marla,
hospital?
yeah, call out Marla,
Oh,
call
Jesus.
somebody, call a female. You know what I'm saying? But we managed, and it's been a little minute now. She been going through it, so she managing better and better and better as she go. I knew in the beginning it was gonna be little mistakes, little mishaps because it's new, but now she's starting to manage, man, and it's more of that, and then it's the attitude changes and the, you know, but we get through it because in the end it's us. You know what I mean? Like no matter what, it's love. You know what I mean? It's unconditional love here. So whatever it is, man, if I'm bleeding, if she bleeding, but we gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow. Again, this is, it's uncommon.
Yeah,
And for again, for the attitude of it all is impressive because again, it's just y'all.
yeah, yeah. That's it. You know what I mean? And
And her heart is a reflection of you. And that's the good part. Because again, it could have been another we bleeding together.
yeah. That's it. You ride or die, bro. You ride or die over there. Yeah,
That is, oh, that just took me out. Whew. Lord have mercy.
yeah,
But again, this is uncommon. But again, this relationship is gonna take you to a whole nother level. More things that like is in the world to say this is a woman and a daughter thing. Now it's a more appreciative of life because my daughter is growing up right in front of me.
yeah,
My
yeah,
son is growing up right in front of me.
yeah. It's a
And the
blessing.
part I want you to understand of all tonight is that you're present.
Right.
One thing I told you when we talked, I said this relationship between you and your daughter is beyond words. It's very special. It's going to be that moment of when she gets older and decides she wants to get married. My dad's going to walk me down the aisle, or my dad is there to give me, my first car, or those
Yeah,
moments where, no dude can get over on me because my dad is,
Yeah.
um those are the memories that we'll always have, and it means that much more to us because why? My dad is present.
Yeah. Facts.
My
That's a fact.
provider, my protector, my everything is here and present.
Yeah. A fact. Wouldn't have it no other way.
Absolutely. So again, you have messed up my makeup for the night. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Hey.
Um, the conversation, of course, is this is you. And I know for a fact the world hasn't seen the last of you.
They
Who
know me. They know
knows?
I'm up to something. They know I'm up to
Absolutely.
something.
Who knows? You might take this and, get another record label. I don't know.
Yeah. Never know.
You gotta um, leave legacy for your kids. Let them be a part of legacy. We already stated that you were raised in legacy.
Facts.
So legacy has to live on through you, your seeds.
A fact.
So yeah, I'm tired of crying tonight.
Yeah. 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 All right. Cheer up. Doing a great thing here. Smile.
Mhm. I'm smiling. I can't
Yeah.
help my tears keep running.
All right. We gotta do this again sometime.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no strangers in the world of keeping it real. There's no strangers. Um, Main event says it's in our DNA.
That's right.
Quadir says let's help him help others through your your
Job.
app.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. We're gonna get this thing going, man. Help the world, change the world, spark something in the world, make it easier for the world. Shout
Absolutely.
out.
Um, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Amazing. So before I let you go, what is something that um people would be surprised to know about you?
Surprised to know about me. Uh, People will be surprised to know about me. I'm very old school. Very old school, man. So when you around me and you come around me, man, I deal with old school rules, man. So follow the rules, follow the old school rules, or stay clear.
Hmm.
That's something they should know. We deal with old school rules here. It might be 2022. It's like 1975 in this world over here. So we dealing with old school rules.
Absolutely. Um, and since I'm into music as well,
Yeah.
who is someone dead or alive that you would love to do a collaboration with if you could?
Tupac Shakur.
Mm, that's good.
Fact.
Um,
Yeah, facts. Machiavelli.
right.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think some of these different podcasts that are out now, like the one Tank and Jay Valentine have with the R&B Money
Yeah.
podcast. I don't know if you watched it before, but it's awesome to get some of the information and knowledge from some of our legends,
Yeah,
in front and behind the scenes, with songwriting, producers and things of that nature. I love unsong,
yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes to letting us know the downfalls of not reading your contracts or things of that nature, that we missed out on some money because we wanted to be too quick about things.
yeah.
There's so many things that's out here to educate us, and we need to do that. We're stronger when we're educated, and so I want everybody to, again, to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. There's so many people who have dope stories that are right next door to us. We can no longer um, let our wisdom go to the grave. And
Facts.
one of my older cousins told me that he was a part of history here in Michigan, and I had no clue, no idea. But until we actually have a conversation, we have no idea that we are more alike than we are different. And it's our job to sit down at the feet of those who have wisdom in order for us to make it and learn from the lessons that somebody had to fail, somebody had to go through and be the trailblazer. It's not easy being the first. You heard me.
I heard.
It's not easy being the first. So sometimes you have those moments when you be like, why am I doing this again? And then I
Yeah,
meet a Mr. Jackson. I meet Savannah to say,
yeah.
I remember why I'm doing this.
That's right.
So thank you.
Thank you too.
Even though I had to pull 50 of your teeth, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. You know, I
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate
You, man,
you. All right.
I'm gonna have to put on here. Make sure you have your tissue already prepared when you watch this show again. Please help us all. Make sure you have your
Right.
tissue, your bottle of water, because you're gonna need it.
Facts.
And for all the women, don't wear makeup. So
That's a fact.
anyway, to all the Jackson family who are supporting tonight, thank you so much. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. Your girl, you want to make sure y'all get, is the app out already?
Yeah, it's a website now. Job Pop. Look up Job Pop. Type Job Pop in your Google. It'll come up, and it's an app too. Put it in your Play Store and all that. It'll come up too. Job Pop. Check it out. JOBBHOPP.
Oh, thank you, Yusuf. I try to make sure anytime that he posts or his sharing, like,
Yeah.
man, it is awesome.
Shout out
People,
MQ3, Jersey J's Barbershop, New Jersey's Michael Jordan main event. You
absolutely.
know, Job Pop and Sunshine. We here with
He
you,
has
baby.
some man. Oh wow, I feel like I'm on a cloud nine or something. But
Yeah.
for those who do not know, again, follow him. Go to Google, put this the app in that's on the website that's on the screen right now, and support him. Do what needs to be done to make sure. Again, this is the village. We're not crabs in a bucket because we don't belong there. So again, we need to be helpers one to another. Again, if you did, I released my first single book and October, the end of October. It is on Amazon, so you can put my real name in, Camila Foster, or you can go to the Blueprints God's Design, and that's the link on it on Amazon. Go pick up your book. And if you enjoy yourself tonight and you want to keep the lights on here, you can donate to Cash App at $Sunshine Camila, Kamilah. And we'll happily take donations. Again, Mr. Jackson had no choice, but we thank God that he made the right choice to stick and stay, to be present in his children's life, and for himself. He's not allowing situations or circumstances to dictate to him what his life is going to be. Not only do we get to see him in action, but you get to see it through his daughter and his son. So remember their names, because they're going to be famous too. Remember their names because they're going to be in our history books. Remember their names because they're going to be on the big screen, especially when I get there. They're going to be on the front row, um, supporting, coming through, whatever needs to be done. Again, let's pull together to help one another get to where we need to be in our destiny. Again, before I let you go, do you have anything you want to say?
Man, this but don't break y'all, make you out here. Stand tall, stay strong, keep grinding. That's it.
Absolutely. And please help him with the pets that he got, the dog, the turtles, the fish, and whatever
Yeah,
else he got going on over there.
yeah.
Again,
Always do.
I wish you beautiful blessings for the holidays. Um, all that's one of those. You got my number. If you ever need me again, please don't hesitate. Also, they're saying catch SOSOG tonight at Mr. East, Linden, New Jersey. He
That's
has a
right.
show tonight that he talked about. So if you're
That's right.
there in Linden, New Jersey, please support SOSOG. Yeah, that was a good show
Turn
too.
up. Yeah, turn
Again,
up, turn out.
I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny, as been proven over and over again. I will be back on Tuesday and Thursday. So if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so you will be notified when I go live. Again, Quadir, it was an awesome time talking to you again. I smiled, I laughed, I did.
Thank
I'm
you
gonna
so
sleep
much.
good tonight.
Word up. Thank you. I appreciate you.
No problem. I'll talk
All
to you
right.
later.
All right.